Hey there, Prepper Marine 81 here. As you can see from that picture, this is going to be going over some thoughts on different philosophies of use for different types of shelter, more specifically backpacker shelter, like a tent, as you can see. And as if anybody's wondering, this is a Big Agnes tent. It's called the Big House 4. I'm not suggesting that or anything, I'm just giving you something to kind of look at. I really wanted to try to put a video out there with some information about, I guess, my whole line of thinking on different types of shelter and why some are better than others and why. I, for years, always carried a tent, something much smaller than this, like a 2-man or a 1-man, and that's all I had really ever used. A couple times, I did the minimalist thing, jeez, and just did the tarp, just carried that for shelter. But, I really wanted to figure out something that worked better for me, because there was just a lot of things about carrying a tent that I didn't really like. One, they usually weigh a lot, unless you got the cash to buy some of those ultralight tents that, are several $100s normally. You just had to suck it up and have something that, on average weighed about, 5 to 7 pounds if you're talking about a 2-man. Even a 1-man, those are still anywhere around from like 3 to 5 on average. So the weight was always an issue, and also the dimensions. They were always just too damn big. Just like really long. The pack diameter was always pretty large, and it was just one more thing that I didn't want to have to strap to my pack. But so I thought, well, maybe I'll just try the tarp thing for a while. I did that. Yeah, that dramatically improved how much weight, pack size, that was a huge improvement, but that obviously is lacking in a lot of areas because it doesn't really give you a whole lot of protection. I mean, yeah, it'll probably keep the rain off you, but you're going to get soaked from the ground unless you carry 2, which I did that for a while, and that was okay. But it really wasn't the right fit. It wasn't, the ideal solution, so to speak. So I thought, well, maybe I had to try my hand at hammocks. So that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I don't already have the one that I'm going to purchase with me. I want to try to, once I get that, I always like to do, maybe I'll do like an unboxing kind of a thing, initial impressions. But then I want to get out there and I want to give it some, some use, try it out in different conditions, just to kind of get a good working knowledge of it. And see if that's going to solve my problems. The one that I want to get, you can check out here on YouTube. I found quite a few videos for it. Is made by a company called ENO, Eagle Nest Outfitters. Now the reason why I chose that is, one, they're pretty affordable. They make 2 different ones mainly. It's what they call the single nest, which is for 1 person, and then a double nest, obviously for 2. I'm going to get the doubles nest just because I wanted something that could accommodate me and, say, my daughter, or if I got somebody else with me, easily. And it still wasn't that expensive. The thing's I found them on Amazon for about $50. Now, when you think about that, you're like, man, that's really cheap. Like, it must be crap. No, it's not. They've got awesome warranties on them. All the construction materials that they use is super high quality. They double and triple stitch every single seam. Both of the single and the double have like a 400-pound capacity, so they're very well made. They don't try to bend you over on the price. The singles nest isn't much cheaper. I found it for like $45, but these things will save so much room. The double nest packed is only 4 by 5 inches in its little stuff sack, so it's really small, tiny. My little camp pillow is bigger than that. I've got a little Celtic camp pillow. The singles nest is only 3.5 by 4.5, so they're really tiny. And that to me is huge. That and the weight is significantly better than a tent on average. The doubles nest is only 22 ounces and the single is only 18. So I mean, you're not even talking about 2 pounds, which I would challenge you to find a 2-pound 2-person tent out there that's not outrageous. They're certainly not going to get anywhere near $50 if they're made with anything of high quality. But you know, like that just sounded like a perfect solution to me, and plus the fact that with it being a hammock, what I was basically going to do is get the hammock and then get. I probably am going to purchase their bug net, which is about $45 to keep insects off you, so that way you know you don't have to worry about that. And then just carry a small tarp to strap above me for any kind of rain problems. You know, just getting yourself off the ground like that, plus they're a whole hell of a lot more comfortable. I mean, I've been inside one. I've never used one on a camping trip personally. I mean, I've been inside them. Anybody who's ever used them before knows just how comfortable they are to sleep in. You don't have to worry about all the rocks poking you in the back and like having to carry a camp pad if you do want to do that. You know, protect yourself from that. It just kind of seems to me like that's sort of you know the evolution of this. You know, just the next logical step forward. Now that you know materials have greatly improved and everything. You know, because like one thing that I looked up 3 different average high quality tents, and this is an expensive brand by the way. Also, Big Agnes is a big one. I looked up a Sierra Designs tent, an MSR, and a Mountain Hardware, which those 3 are some pretty high quality tents. In every single one, you're looking at like Sierra Designs, you're looking at probably about $150, $200. MSR, you're talking about $300 on average. Mountain Hardware, close to the same, about $250. And every single one of these tents was relatively close to each other in pack weight and pack size. Each one is about 5 pounds. The Mountain Hardware was a little one. The model that I looked at was a little less. It was 3.5. Sorry about that. Damn traffic going by. But all these pack dimensions they're just so much larger than the hammock. 22 inches by 7, 20 inches by 7, 19 by 4. I mean, it's ridiculous. But there you have it. If anybody's had the pleasure of owning one of those E&O hammocks, or any other hammock manufacturer that you happen to have for that matter, I'd be interested to know what you think of it. Get your 2 cents, some input on somebody who's actually used them out in the field. So please feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a PM or something and let me know what you think of those. And as always, thanks for watching. Prepper Marine 81 out.